What is going on, YouTube? HBE TwoFour here, also known as, in real life as Kelly Orion. I have a story for you guys here today. It's about my last toxic relationship, and why I escaped it. So this isn't gonna be your typical I'm gonna drop a song or an instrumental type beat or some shit. No, this is just gonna be a story on what I'm going through, and it's kind of like a background to my music, and what kind of triggers me to write these types of songs, like addictions and all that. So before we start, I want to say, no, I am not using anything illegal in this video. This is what I'm using. 5% nicotine, by the way. So, and I do not encourage or condone the use of tobacco products or anything. If you're underage or even at all, you can do them if you can do them if you want to. I do not encourage it or condone it at all. I also don't encourage or condone the use of anything I use off camera. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So I finally got out of a very, very toxic relationship with my racist ass ex. So as y'all know, I believe in equality for all. You could be, I don't care what your skin color is, I don't care what your mind is like. I be judging by the mind and heart. If a person says who they say they are, basically I'm going off of that to see if they'd be a good friend for me or not. Judge by the mind and heart. Don't judge a book by its cover. Okay, y'all know the famous saying, don't judge a book by its cover. This is exactly what I mean. Don't be judging people just because of their race. Don't be judging people just because of how they look, how they dress. Don't be judging people based on the outside. Judge them based on the inside. Through their mind, through their heart, actions. Because actions speak louder than words, and your mind is controlled by you. So if you have a good mind, you also got a good heart. I'm just going to put it that way. All she really did was give me massive mental problems, more anxiety, just a massive trigger for a lot of my severe mental health issues. Exacerbating my borderline personality symptoms, and kind of making me feel more alienated than what I really was. So, personally, I don't think my latest ex was a good fit. She would always, pull me away from the stuff I like doing the most. She would always skip songs that I really enjoy listening to. She would use her phone even when I was up there after she told me not to use mine. Shushing me for no reason, even if I was on a completely normal day-to-day subject, like shopping, the weather, stuff like that. It's bound to happen, but getting shushed for no reason, and also getting told to turn my music off, but she can play hers. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna play with that no more. That's both narcissistic and hypocritical. Can't do that. I told her before she had gave me some really shocking news. I'm not going to dive into that. That is for a whole nother video. That might go into one of my songs. I'm not sure yet. But she has finally gotten to be too much. She also started discriminating against black people more recently. Way more recently, telling me to stay clear of them, telling me to stay clear of Mexicans, people from the southern border of the U.S. No, I'm gonna hang out with who the fuck I want to hang out with. Like, I don't care if they're skin color, man. I'll be judging them by their mind and heart. Okay? I don't judge a book by its cover. And this is the most disturbing part. She showed absolutely no remorse for it. Absolutely none. No remorse, nothing. Okay? Only genuinity, seriousness, but no remorse. Zero remorse. Okay? So, not only was she racist, but she was also mad disrespectful. Okay? She said a lot of stuff like, I love you and all that shit, but did she really mean it? If you guessed, I don't know, let me explain it this way. But if you guessed, no, she didn't, then you correct, my friend. But if you guessed, yes, completely out. Okay? So, she knows I identify as more on the feminine side of the, gender spectrum, but still calls me by my legal name and pronouns. Okay? She knows I have problems with focus, but every time I'm like gazing at the TV or gazing out the window or some shit, she asks, are you actually paying attention? Okay? I already mentioned that, but she would always shush me for no reason. Blatant disrespect. It's not only about the weather, though. It's also because she thought I was being too loud. Like, I could be talking like this, and she'd be like, shh! I'd be like, what the fuck you shushing me for? Okay? And I already said she was narcissistic. I told her I was going to move out of the state I'm in, out of my current state, city and state. In real life, not. I just realized I came out wrong. That's when she gave me the shocking news, is probably a week after I told her I was going to be moving elsewhere in the country, but just not where I'm at right now. Okay? Dismissing that fact by telling me something I was not ready to hear yet. That's just fucking wild. That's far out. That's out of this world. That's like gone. Okay, she knocked it off the table. Okay, and I'm not going to deal with all that. She would always want me to spend my money pretty much on her, like some of my money on her, not all of it, but some, which is about like half. Okay, she wanted half of my money spent on her, where I only wanted like very little bits on myself from her. Very little bits. I ain't like that, okay? I know how to handle my shit. And she would also flat out disregard the fact that I wanted to break up with her. But, you know, at this point, I'm just going to play it safe and, you know, keep my distance away. Keep my distance from her. Stay away from her. Act like I don't know her if I do see her. Act like I don't hear her. You know, act like I don't speak English, basically. At all costs, not just for my mental health, but also for my spiritual well-being. Also, but besides all those points, she's just very disrespectful, very narcissistic, very off the wall, gold digger. She also cheated on me. I can just tell she's been cheating on me. Every time she leaves, I can tell like something's up, and not just her family shit. Like, I know something's up. I know something's going on. And I'm not gonna keep putting up with that any longer. I'm done with that completely. Cut out of my life. Gone. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. And to my ex, you know who you is. Goodbye and good riddance, bitch. So, with all that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. And if you're willing to, you also don't have to like if you don't want to. I'm not going to force you. It ain't going to hurt my feelings none. It ain't going to hurt my feelings none. Also, if you don't subscribe, that's also totally fine. It's much appreciated. Same with the comments. If you don't feel like commenting either, that's fine. But much appreciated. And the question of the day would be, I'm gonna put this in a community poll. What kind of music besides emo rap would you like to hear on that side of things? So there's plenty of other options. Like, there's metal, there's pop punk, there's pop, there's hard rock, there's country. There's a lot of shit I can do. But apart from that, this is the win bar for a just 50K. I have not done a review on this one yet. I have this one in the pineapple apple pear flavor that I've been hitting this whole video. And I give it like a solid 9.5 out of 10. And then this one I had off camera. I just ain't been hitting it. This one's the same one, but in Sakura Grape. This one is like a, I don't know, like a mid 7.7-ish. Like a mid 7.5, mid 8, or like a mid 6.5, mid 7-ish. See, I'm not really into grape flavors that much. But anyways, time for the community hit. I already did the question of the day. So, peace up. And that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. And until the next song or until the next IRL video, peace out.